The following is a presentation of the Spartan Media Network.
It's time for the Robyn Fralick Show.
Underneath the rim to Van Sluten. She'll back up and bank it off the board for two. Out to Shoemate. Now Halleck, a right slot three. Bring it up! Darren Halleck hits a long ball. Shoemate wide open left wing three. Bring it up! The dagger from Emma Shoemate.
The Robyn Fralick Show is presented by Diversified Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency for home, auto, and life. The Robyn Fralick Show is also brought to you by One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Meyer, supporting hundreds of sports teams across the Midwest. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. The Munn Team, Jan and John Munn at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Tommy Raines Realtors, realtors that get results. The MSU Federal Credit Union. Spartan fans dream big with MSU Federal Credit Union. And by Coors Light. Choose chill. Now, with head coach Robyn Fralick, here's the voice of Michigan State women's basketball, Dalton Shetler.
Hello, all, and welcome into the Coach Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. We're live at One North Kitchen and Bar in East Lansing. If you want to join our audience for any of the MSU Coaches Shows, make your reservation by emailing coachesshows@onenorthdining.com. We've got a packed house here for the first Robyn Fralick Show of the season. We're excited to get this one going. And, of course, we have the star of the show with us, head coach Robyn Fralick. Give her a nice, warm welcome, everybody. How we doing, Robyn?
Great. Yeah. Thrilled.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Fun to be back.
We got a whole slate of these in front of us again. And, of course, running through what has been just a dominating start to the season. We're going to be talking about that during the show. But also up here on stage, we have Ice Jalyn Brown joining us here today. Give her a nice, warm welcome as well. How you doing, Jalyn?
I'm super good. How are you?
Awesome. We're doing great. We're super excited to get this one underway. We're going to be talking with Jalyn here in just a moment. But we mentioned it's been a dominating start to the season. Michigan State women's basketball, ranked 22nd in the country, is winning games by 54 points on average. It has been really excellent and impressive stuff from your ball squad so far, Robyn.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. I think our first game was a little bit of an outlier, so it's skewing our stats.
125 points.
But we'll take it.
Well, and we'll talk a lot about the different things, but also wanted to highlight this here too. Kara Fisher, who does a great job as the SID for MSU women's basketball, mentioned that every game so far this year, Michigan State women's basketball scored at least 90 points. And if you take a look at Robyn Fralick's time at Michigan State, that's happened 22 times now already, and we're in the early stages of just year 3. Your groups, year in, year out, you fill up the cup.
Well, the goal at the end of the game is to have one more basket than the other team. So I figure if we can get a lot of points, then, hopefully that means we'll get at least one more than the other team. I mean, I love it. I think it's a combination of getting a group to play together, to get a group to really pass and understand how to create high quality shots. And when a team can buy into that and do that together, good things happen.
And most certainly has. By the way, too, since we're so early in the season, just a couple weeks in, for folks who are just now catching on to your squad getting the season underway, because there's a lot of things going on, right? Football season, hockey season, everything's going on. If somebody's new to MSU women's basketball, what is it that is so attractive about this year's team as people, as individuals that people can really connect to?
Well, they're great players, but they're better people. And I think one thing that stood out about this group so far is their, when you work with 18 to 24-year-old women, sometimes you can get all kinds of feelings. And this group, for the most part, has been steady and consistent and reliable. And I think, when you can stay in that space where people show up trying to get better, trying to move the team forward, good things happen. And this group so far really has done a great job with that. Well,
and we're going to be breaking the ice with ice in a moment in the true traditional sense of how we do things here on the Robyn Fralick Show. But first, do you feel that way too, Jalyn? Have you felt that since you've gotten here to East Lansing?
100%. I think being here, it's a blessing, honestly, and it's an opportunity that I wouldn't trade for the world. I think that my teammates are amazing people, and we have a genuine care for each other, and I think that being on a team when you're with people all day, you might want to like your teammates, So I really enjoy it. Yeah.
We talk about the neat people that make up this team. Jalyn Brown is one of those, and we're going to get to meet her a little bit closer when we come back. This is the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group here on the Spartan Media Network.
Sometimes
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
When it's game time, it's One North time. Just minutes from Michigan State University, One North Kitchen and Bar is your go-to spot for scratch cooking and world-class hospitality. When you're celebrating a win or catching up with friends, we've got the perfect dish to make every moment special. Join us for the MSU Coaches Show and get closer to the action with the voices that bring Spartan spirit to life. Visit One North Kitchen and Bar, where Spartan pride meets memorable meals.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.uofmhealthsparrow.org.
Spartan fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes these moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is the official beer of Michigan State Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
Welcome back to the Coach Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. Again, talking with Michigan State head women's basketball coach Robyn Fralick about a 4-0 start to the Spartan season, and we've got a special guest. But before we continue on, Diversified Insurance Group is such a great partner. We're doing something a little bit creative this year where Robyn Fralick is going to handle some of the business for us.
Here we go. Okay. Whether it's home, auto, life, or business insurance, Diversified Insurance Group has the coverage you need to stay ahead of the game. Personalized solutions, just like a perfectly executed play. Visit diginsurance.com. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Today, and let's win together on and off the court.
Hey, how about that? Look at that.
My retirement job.
I was going to say, anytime you want, you grab the headset with me. We'll have some fun. That's for sure. Okay, now welcome to the stage officially, the 6'1" senior guard from Baltimore, Maryland, transferring from Arizona State, number 23, Jalyn Ice Brown. Everybody give her a nice warm welcome once more. And as we mentioned, we have a very specific way we do things here with the Robyn Fralick Show. So
I've heard.
We bring a guest on and we play 1 Mo minute. So this will be new to Jalyn.
Yes.
And if it's new to any of our listeners, what we do, we put 60 seconds on the clock. The clock will start after the first answer is beginning. And the whole purpose is to rapid fire through this and see how many questions you can answer about yourself. Now, we always say, too, we don't have an answer key. So if the answers are in a bit of a gray area, that's fine. We play on. The goal is to see how many we can get. The record last year, by the way, I went to look it up this morning because I was kind of curious.
Yep.
It was Theron Halleck, which, of course, right, the speed. Like, it makes sense that she would have this. But she had 28 last year. That was the winner. 28's pretty high. But are you ready to let this loose?
Let's do it.
Okay. So here we have the clock in front of us, and we will start ripping through these questions rapid fire. The clock again will start after your first answer. A genie pops out of the Magic Johnson statue and grants you one wish. What do you wish for?
Money.
Who's your hero?
My grandmother.
Favorite class?
Communications class.
Downtown condo, remote force cabin?
Condo.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Favorite way to spend a day off?
Sleeping.
Favorite sports team?
The Ravens. Sorry.
Steak or chicken?
Steak.
Favorite month?
January.
Who's your best friend?
Imani.
Dream vacation spot?
Bali.
What store would you max out a credit card at?
All of them.
Biggest hobby?
Basketball.
You're singing karaoke. What song do you pick?
Last Friday Night by Katy Perry.
Favorite drill at practice?
Spartan drill.
If you weren't playing basketball, what would you be playing?
Volleyball.
You can only eat one thing the rest of your life. What is it?
One thing where?
The rest of your life.
Rest of your life. You can only eat.
Chicken.
Favorite movie?
Friday.
Favorite animal?
A panda.
You can have dinner with one person. Who would it be?
George Gerving.
Cat or dog person?
Dog.
Favorite musical artist?
Raw Wave.
Most used emoji. Add time. Sorry, I can't even get you that answer.
That
one. But you did an excellent job. 22 for Jalyn Brown in her debut, huh? How about it? Excellent work.
All of them.
That was maybe the best
That's
answer
a great
we had.
answer. Where'd you max out your credit card? All of them.
Well, there's a lot to get to here with Jalyn. And let's start, Robyn, with you, because Jalyn Brown not only is a phenomenal player, we're talking about somebody who, if the folks aren't quite aware, in her last 2 seasons at Arizona State, scored 1,024 points in her sophomore and junior years combined. Great player, but a great person as well.
Yeah, you know, what we loved in the process is we were fortunate to coach her former teammate, Jaden Simmons, who really had a great year for us here last year. And when Jalyn went in the transfer portal, that was the first person we called. We asked Jaden, and Jaden gave her a rave recommendation. Great person. Thought this would be a great spot for her too. Thought it'd be a really good fit, and it has been. So, you know, the athletic landscape has changed, and now it's important that, you know, there's the people we trust that give great recommendations, and Jalyn came with one, and we're excited she's here.
And I'm guessing you talked to Jaden yourself too, Jalyn.
I had to do my research.
So what did Jaden have to say?
She just really found her love for the game again. And I think as an athlete, that's super important, like our mental and where we are, like who we're around, how they can prepare us for the next level, whether that be in the work field or on the court. I think that just being a part of something that is bigger than yourself, like that brings joy. And you need that when you want to do something every day. So
absolutely. And by the way, I don't know if everybody caught this, but as we're rapid firing through one more minute, we asked anybody you'd have dinner with who it would be. You said George Gervin.
Yes.
And there is a connection here. And I know you've had to tell me this story twice already, but we do have a lot of people who are going to be new to this story. So how you got the nickname Ice and your connection to George Gervin?
Honestly, guys, it was not a fun time. I was in the 5th grade. I started playing basketball around 5th, 6th grade. And my coach was like, you know, she's like George Gervin. So, of course, I look it up. I'm like, who are they comparing me to? This old man. And I mean, it was fine. However, I just didn't understand. And he was like, well, George Gervin's known for his finger roll and his length and how he is on the floor. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, like I'll take that. So it stuck with me. I rarely hear Jalyn. However, either or works. So it was super cool. Of course, I had to do my research, but it was really exciting to be compared to a great. I think he's great, in my opinion.
Oh, no, I think everybody would agree. Well, and the best part, too, is during MSU Madness, Robyn, everybody has to introduce themselves and give a fun fact. And Jalyn shared that fact and goes, I know not everybody may know George Gervin. And you were like, no, we all know George Gervin. It's your generation that needs the education here.
Yeah, no, I love that. I mean, that's where she got her nickname Ice, right? To be compared to Iceman in the 5th grade. It's pretty sweet. But another thing about Jalyn that you guys will learn is she was a really good dancer. So did you get a dancing nickname too?
No, it was still Jalyn.
Okay. We'll stick with Ice, but I'm still waiting to see some of these dance videos too.
I was going to say, yeah, because it's not dance just for fun or casual activity.
No, yeah,
you did it as sports.
Yeah, I was a dancer from when I was 2 till about the 8th grade. I went to school for dancing. And one day my dad was like, nope, we're going to the court. I said, okay. And now we're here. I guess it worked out pretty well.
Was that just a dad who's been through a couple of those long weekend days of dances? Or
my dad did not last through the recitals. You know, they're very long. So
I hope he's watching right now.
That's right.
I hope he's watching.
That is awesome. Well, let's talk about a couple of different things here, too, with Jalyn. One, the depth really stands out this year about your squad, and that's something you and I will talk about a little bit later on, too, Robyn. But before the season, I talked a little bit with Jalyn about the depth and what her perspective was coming in. Yep. And, Jalyn, you said, look, playing 40 minutes at times can be cool, but it really wears on you, and I'm really excited to have – a little bit more of management. For the folks who may not be aware, in your sophomore year at Arizona State, 12 of the last 15 games you played that year, you played all 40 minutes. So you're somebody who really would work and put all that time in to be in a situation where there's time to go around and the ball can go around. Mm-hmm. It seems like something you're embracing.
I think it's cool. I mean, who wants to have to do everything? That's a lot. But what I will say is our team does a really good job at including everybody, and I think we're all accepting of each other's roles. Everybody does something different. You have to bring your piece every day, and I think that we definitely do that. I would say 40 minutes is a long time to be running up and down the court. Here, I still run, but it's just not for 40 minutes, and I can take that.
What's your perspective on that?
I mean, the way we play, that would be impossible.
Right.
We press. One of our philosophies in our program is earn your sub. We think that you have to play so hard that subbing's a good thing. And I think you'll see in the Big Ten. I mean, right now it's preseason and it's predictive, but they're predicting 13 of the 18 teams to be NCAA tournament level teams. So you gotta be able to count on a lot of people, and to play at the level we want. Every possession requires a high amount of effort and energy. So we love earn your sub. I think depth is critical in our league, and we're if you play a possession the right way, it takes a lot of energy.
One of the other things too, meeting with Jalyn before the season, and we talked about depth or whatever, and Jalyn kind of leaned in when we talked about depth and goes, kind of whispered in soft tone, I've never been around a team that made so many shots before. I've never seen so many shots go in. Well, the evidence is there. This is a Michigan State team that's scoring 103 points per game. I mean, to be in a locker room or be on the floor with this many really just playmakers and ballers, what's that been like for you?
It's exciting. I'm like, any night, it could be somebody else's night. I think that our teammates, we work super hard. Like every day, everybody's in the gym. You're not going to go in the gym, see no balls bouncing. Like everybody's doing something. We're in treatment. We're in the training room. We're with Claire. And I think we prepare. So when it's time for the game, like everybody's ready. Everybody's locked in. Everybody knows what their scout is. Everybody knows what they have to do. And I think we just do a good job at going out there and as one unit and just playing to the best of our abilities.
Well, one thing, too, in the comparison to George Gervin, Robyn, is the length. I mean, we talked about the finger roll, but the length. Mm-hmm. Jalyn's length is something that is really unique at this stage.
Oh, yeah, we're using it. We got her on that front of the press. We're making her get deflections, run around, trap. I mean, what a great thing. Long, fast, with the way we play, super helpful. We switch a lot of screens. And, yeah, I'm trying to imagine right now, Jalyn, 40 minutes on the front of that press. Woo! But, to play that spot, and for us, you gotta be long, you gotta be fast, you gotta be mobile, you've got to have a motor, and we've been really challenging her on that. She's done a great job getting deflections, and I always say there's two things you can't teach: height and speed, and we like both of them.
And this team's got a lot of them. Maybe a thing that you can't teach quite to this level. Look, a lot of players won't score 1,000 points in their career, period, but to score 1,024 points in 2 seasons. What do you see from Jalyn as a just offensive threat?
Yeah, she has a knack for being able to put the ball in the basket. She also is a really good passer. She's a good ability to get in the paint, use her length, and find people. And something that we're really proud of right now with our team is we're averaging, what are we averaging assists per game, Dalton? I know you got
Heading into the game was 27.
Yeah. averaging 27 assists per game. I think last game we had 28 assists, 4 turnovers, which is, over a 40-minute game. That's awesome. So great ability to score, great ability to create and create opportunities for teammates.
Absolutely. A couple final things here before we say goodbye to Jalyn. One, you mentioned too during that 1 more minute that your favorite class is communications. This is something you're kind of interested in doing the broadcasting. And look, we already offered the headset to Robyn with the live read she did just a little bit ago, but
we can give her a chance.
I was
Take some practice.
Yeah. But tell us a little bit where your interest for broadcasting kind of comes from.
When I was younger, my grandfather, he brought me into the world very early. My early preschool teacher, I actually got to MC my younger brother's graduation. So both of them, I actually got to say their names as they walked across the stage, which is super cool. And eventually, I thought I wanted to be a nurse. I thought again. And I ended up going into communications. So with communications, I feel like it was a very broad major. It leads you to so many different areas of life. And I feel like I love talking to people. I like getting to meet new people. I talk a lot. So I was like, being a broadcaster or just being someone who I'm able to use my voice for good. I feel like role modeling, like anything that I can do to help give back, I'll do it 100 times over again. So broadcasting is really exciting for me. So this is super fun. It's nice to see you.
It's been a lot of fun having you here,
You'll have to let her run a show here, Dalton.
I was going to say, we got trivia in the middle. We might have to work with Kim Cameron today. We got some exciting opportunities for Jalyn. Last things, and we'll say goodbye. Jalyn, your impression of Michigan State, you mentioned you had a conversation with Jaden when you got into the portal about this place. Since being here, we say it a lot, or at least I do say it to a lot of people from the outside, that this culture is different. It is unique. It is not your typical cliche, stereotypical stuff, what they do with the women's basketball program. Your impression, what has it been like?
Honestly, the love is real. I love to say that because I genuinely feel like there is community here. Every college, guys, this is my third one. Everybody doesn't have community. And to be able to go into a place where you're supported by everyone and your team is loved and it's supported, like you need that. People don't understand that support. It takes you to some championships, I promise. Just be there and we'll do our job for you guys as well as you guys coming to support us. So just really appreciate it. I really appreciate the atmosphere, how everybody's willing to do what they have to do, sacrifice for each other. Like that's the kind of community we've built together. Like you guys are a part of that as well. So we just really appreciate it. And I appreciate it greatly because we did not have that everywhere. I'm telling you.
And these fans certainly appreciate you. Give a nice big thank you to Jalyn Brown. Jalyn, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you for having that.
Even Sparty knows everyone needs a timeout every now and then, so why not take yours at the beach? Myrtle Beach is home to 60 miles of warm, sandy beaches, over 2,000 restaurants, and much more. Enter now for your chance to win your very own beach break getaway. Compliments of Visit Myrtle Beach. Go to visitmyrtlebeach.com/MSU to enter. Your ultimate beach break is a click away. We're live from Lansing with the head coach of the Spartans, Robyn Fralick, and our show is presented by Diversified Insurance Group. You're listening to the Robyn Fralick Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Spartans, when it's game time, it's One North time. Just minutes from Michigan State University, One North Kitchen and Bar is your go-to spot for scratch cooking and world-class hospitality. When you're celebrating a win or catching up with friends, we've got the perfect dish to make every moment special. Join us for the MSU Coaches Show.
Or
and
you
get
yell
closer
louder
to
than the next
action
person,
with the
and then we
voices
find
that
you
bring
and you get a
Spartan
prize
spirit
for
to
your
life.
answer.
Visit
So
One
the
North
most flags
Kitchen and
this
Bar,
season.
where Spartan pride meets memorable meals.
Isa Alexander, you are absolutely right. We are 1 for 1 on the day. Congratulations.
And people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
Spartan fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes these moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is the official beer of Michigan State Athletics. So crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
We are back live on the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. Whether your moves across town or across the nation, the MUN team can help. Whether you're in the market to buy, sell, or both, check out the MUN team online at munteam.com. Jan and John Munn, serving buyers and sellers since 1985. They're realtors who get results. All right, let's talk a little bit about what has happened so far this season, Robyn. We mentioned Michigan State women's basketball off to a 4-0 start. Most recently, that's a win over Western Michigan, 98-44. Before that, a win over Youngstown State, 96-52. A victory over Eastern Michigan, 92-60. And, of course, that school record-setting win in so many ways, 125-39 win over Mercyhurst. And right now, you brought up the assists. Right now, Michigan State is top in the country at assists per game at 27.5, assist to turnover ratio at 3.14, and turnover margin of plus 21.75. It's hard to do much better in some of those areas than what we've seen so far, Robyn.
Yeah, great. We know there's bigger challenges ahead, and we've really challenged our team to continue. You've got to play the right way over a 40-minute game, which we've continued to see growth in. But the way we're sharing the ball, I love that. I've seen that consistently throughout practice. And in our practices, we do -4 for any turnovers. So turnovers are devastating, but we practice that every day, in our drills and our scoring. So hopefully that sustains.
Well, and speaking of turnovers and focusing there for a moment, through 4 games, that's 122 turnovers that your squad has forced.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like a mind-boggling number for just 4 games. But the other thing, too, and you talked about it briefly, only 35 turnovers committed by your squad. That's 8.8 per game. Against Mercyhurst, it was a new school record, only 3 turnovers coughed up. And in the win Sunday, had it not been for that Mercyhurst game, it would have tied the school record previously with just 4 turnovers against Western. Your team's ability to take care of the ball so far has been something really unique and impressive.
And we got to be able to continue that. As I shared, as we know, the challenges will get better, the defenses will be better. But one thing, offensively, when you move together, you take care of the ball. And we've worked a lot on our actions on the ball and off the ball. If all 5 are in sync with how we move, that helps everybody take care of the ball, because you're in predictable spots and you have good spacing, and good spacing always allows us an ability to take better care of the basketball. So I hope we can continue that.
And we've mentioned every game so far, the Spartans have scored at least 90 points. Every game so far, the Spartans have seen at least 4 players score in double figures as well. It's a shared, to the point of assists, but you're seeing a real balanced and well-rounded effort.
Sharing is caring. And that's what makes basketball so fun. It's a team sport. I always say, if you want an individual sport, go run around the track, go play golf, but the basketball rewards the best team. And when you can get a group to play that way, good things happen and the game becomes easier for the group.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the offensive ability. Maybe that leads us into our call of the week, as Michigan State had that win over Western Michigan and went into the fourth quarter with a bang. Let's listen back to our call of the week.
Deflected and stolen. Hallett now at half court with 1 second. He makes it in! Bring it in! Theron Hallett from the parking lot sends the third quarter to a finish. 78-29, Michigan State leads.
It feels like sometimes everything falls for your group.
Well, I think she was 1 for 6.
She was having a harder day.
She just needed to back up and bank it in,
But it almost felt like, to that point when it went in, she came to the bench. You could almost feel like the relief, thankfully. But it's also like, that's the one that drops. That, you could feel that from her.
I actually thought, can we save that for a game where we need it? I would love this moment again, in a 1 possession game. That would be outstanding.
What were the conversations with her after? Because that was a pretty awesome shot.
Sort of laugh, sort of arms up. I mean, I think it was, that's a cool moment.
Yeah, no, it most certainly was. And it's a Michigan State team that's so far this year shooting 56% from the floor, shooting just about 40% from distance. It's interesting. In year one, Robyn, you and the Spartans set a new school record for threes and for the highest scoring average at 82.8 points per game. And again, broke the threes record, hitting 283 that season. Last year, you break the school record for 389 steals in a season. And it almost feels like so far this team has the capability of blending a little bit of both of those.
I hope so. If we can put both of those together, that takes us to another tier.
We mentioned earlier, too, with Jalyn, the depth of this squad.
Yeah.
You and the staff thought this really had a chance to be the deepest team you've had in your time in East Lansing. And I think through 4 games, we're seeing the evidence of that.
Yeah, and depth is an advantage if you use it, and depth is an advantage if your team's in the right space about it. And if you play hard, if you actually play the way the game requires, defensively, the effort required on every possession, especially when we press and full court pressure, go after every rebound, move the way we're supposed to move on offense, it's required. To sustain a competitive level throughout 40 minutes. And, we've seen huge growth in that. And it's going to be if we do it right and use it right, it's a competitive advantage for us moving forward.
You use the word competitive, and it leads me to competitive maturity, because I remember in the non-conference last year, when you're going through the early slate of games, that was the word you kept saying. Like, we're challenging our players to show their competitive maturity.
Yeah.
Do not play to the score. Do not play to opponents. Play our basketball and play it for 40 minutes. I think you'd have a hard time arguing that so far through 4 games, your team's failed in that department.
You should come to our film session today, Dalton.
A little different. But to that point, though, the second half, you're still seeing a lot of it. I'm sure you're finding things, and your job is to find things to improve on, but it feels like that standard's been lifted a bit this year.
I hope so. Our second quarter wasn't good, though, against Western Michigan. We lost that quarter. We'll watch film from that. There's so many things still there's growth in, but, we're challenging our team because when you get into 1 or 2 possession games, those are the difference. And right now, it's got to get their attention on, it wasn't in the difference in this game, but it's going to be the difference. And so practicing in a way that honors that, and then watching film and learning in a way that growth keeps happening.
Well, we're all certainly excited for the ride to continue and watch that growth of this team. The Abood Law Firm is proud to sponsor the Beyond the Arc campaign. Abood Law Firm will donate $25 for each Spartan 3-pointer to the Greater Lansing Food Bank. Thanks to the Abood Law Firm for supporting the Greater Lansing Food Bank. So far this year, Michigan State women's basketball has hit 39 threes. That's $975. Add on the men's, $1,300 total going to the Greater Lansing Food Bank. We'll be back with more from the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. You're on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
369 Do-It signing on a 2026 Sierra Light Duty Elevation Crew Cab 4x4 with a 2.7-liter engine. That's $199 per month with 3369 Do-It signing. Must be a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer Buick or GMC vehicle through GM Financial for at least 30 days prior to the new vehicle sale. Tax, title, license, dealer fees extra. No security deposit required. Mileage charge of 25 cents a mile over 20,000 miles. At participating dealers only. Residency restrictions apply. Visit gmcofferinfo.com for details.
Farm Bureau Insurance invites you inside the green for an exclusive dinner with basketball coach Tom Izzo. This unique experience includes a private dinner for 1 winner and 3 guests with Coach Izzo. The winner also receives a private tour of the Breslin Center, an autographed basketball from Coach, tickets to a future home game, and more. For more details and to register, visit InsideTheGreenSweeps.com. Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of Michigan State Athletics.
Touchdown! From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go.
Run, James!
No. First base.
Go, go, go!
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Thanks for joining us for the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. Hey, Spartan football fans, we hope to see you at Ford Field on November 29th when the team takes on Maryland. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com or visit MSUSpartans.com for more info. Go green. All right, I should have known, even with the live read, it gets the nice, great reaction from everybody. And everybody's awake. You passed the test. I appreciate that. Okay, real quick, we had some exciting news. We got a lot still to talk about the current team, but some exciting news with National Signing Day having now come and gone, and we have pen to paper for Lily Williams, who is a 6'6" center out of Farmington Hills, Michigan. Started her career homeschooled. She's finishing up her prep career at Howell High School, but this is somebody that you, the staff, the fans should all be very excited about.
Yeah, thrilled to have Lily join our team. She's up for National Player of the Year right now. She's one of the finalists for top senior women's basketball players in the country. 6'6", athletic, mobile, great kid, great family. She actually had in an AAU game this year, she had a high steal and dribbled down and dunked it. So we think we can add her to the dunk contest in MSU Madness.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we're really excited about where she is, and we feel like she's got just a lot of potential in front of her too.
And that's kind of the scary part when you talk about that much potential on top of somebody who's 15th in the country from ESPN's rankings. Yep. I mean, the future seems really bright with her.
And she loves Michigan State. She's been committed to us for years. Just a Spartan through and through. Great family. So you guys will really enjoy getting to watch her play. Hopefully, get a few dunks, some rebounds, and some block shots.
We'll start working on the radio end, what we do for the dunk calls. We'll start preparing for that for next year. It's time now for Alumni Hall Trivia. Today's winner will receive tickets to the next home game and a $25 gift card to Alumni Hall. Thanks for participating in Alumni Hall Trivia. Alumni Hall, your ultimate Spartan shopping experience. Your question today, and if you think you have the answer, we have a microphone down here at the far end of the table. Come up and we'll see if you have it correct to win. Last time out, Kennedy Blair was 2 boards and 2 assists away from a triple-double. Who was the last Spartan to record a triple-double? If you think you have the answer, come up to the mic, and we'll see if you win a couple of tickets. In the meantime, we're going to step aside for a moment. The Robyn Fralick Show is presented by Diversified Insurance Group. We'll be back with more after a break here on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
From New York. Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first.
Hold it.
Like you know to check the assembly instructions first.
Hold it.
Before building the bookcase.
And done. Woo. You can let go.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Available in every state. Potential savings vary. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Diversified Insurance Group presents the Robyn Fralick Show. Frankly, you'll want to join us for Michigan Sports Brief every weekday on all of our Spartan Media Network affiliates, presented by Frank & Muth Insurance. Find a local independent agent near you by visiting fmins.com. All right, back to our Alumni Hall trivia. Our question was, who was the last Spartan to record a triple-double? And I believe down here we have Carol. Carol, you doing well?
Yeah, pretty well.
Okay, what's your guess?
Well, there have only been a couple. And the last one, though, I believe, was Tori Jankowska.
You are spot on, Carol. Nice. You win a couple of tickets. Tori Jankowska had 24 points, 10 boards, 10 assists against Minnesota in February of 2017. And you're right, there have only been 3 in program history, and that was the last one. Kristen Haney and Archer. Yeah. Archer from the 80s ended up having a triple-double as well.
That's
nice
really
job,
good.
Carol. Yeah, that was impressive, right? Like,
Very.
That's we have to prepare so much because our fans are so intelligent like this. We got to be on our toes here. But excellent work. We'll get Carol those 2 tickets.
All right, thank you.
Real quick, let's go ahead and highlight something that I think is really neat, and I think the fans can not only just connect to but really enjoy, Robyn, as well as your staff and the players. Julianne Woodard.
Mm-hmm.
This is somebody who on January 22nd, in a game against Penn State, tore her ACL and was done for the season. It was devastating. It was emotional. You know what that recovery is like. It is a long, long road. But in that game against Eastern Michigan a week ago, she got to get back out onto the floor, and it all evolved into this shot by Julianne Woodard.
For the first time in 291 days, Julianne Woodard is back out on the floor. Here she goes on a flare. Left wing for 3. Bring it up! Welcome back, Julianne Woodard. The jumper looks just as good as before.
No, that was so natural. Nothing happened to her.
How about that moment for Julianne?
Gosh, that gets, you said 291 days. That's really cool moment. She's worked really hard to come back. There's so many pieces when you're out for that long, the emotional piece, the physical piece, the trusting piece, all the things. And Julianne has worked so hard. She's gotten herself to a space to be really ready to play, and just literally check in a game 291 days later. The first play, we run a play for her, and to just get your feet set and knock down a 3, that's pretty tough to do. So that was a really cool moment for her, really cool moment for our team. And, stay excited. She keeps getting her legs back in practice. She's physical. She's tough. She spends a lot of time on her shot, and she makes a lot of shots.
It's just like riding a bike for her with a jump shot. She gets right back up, no problem at all. But the other thing, too, that I want to highlight from that, we mentioned when it happened, it was really heartbreaking around the hallways at the Breslin Center. And I remember seeing a lot of teary eyes, a lot of tough faces. But strength and conditioning coach Claire Sporer also was one of those who had tears in her eyes. But she said, that kid, though, Julianne, is going to kill rehab.
Yeah.
She's wired that way.
And she did. And, to come back as fearless as she's been and as strong as she's been is a real testament to her. And Claire and Luann, our trainer, they have spent a lot of time together, and she's gotten herself back ready to play. But one thing that really stands out about Julianne is just her fearlessness. She's coming back, and in practice, she's the same kid, going after every rebound, being just as physical, being just as aggressive.
That's really, really cool to see. But there's also another story like that. Isa Alexander.
Yep.
Look, for Isa Alexander, you can hear the crowd already. For those who may not know, absolutely clap it up. She had a wonderful game on Sunday against Western Michigan, a career high she set in the process. She had missed all of last season with an injury, and she only made it 3 games into the year prior before missing the entire season of injury. She's been on the sideline for a long time, and that spilled into a career high 20-point game against Western Michigan. Let's listen back to that.
Cleans the glass and brings it across. She has Isa down the lane in transition, feeds her, and Isa Alexander has her first career 20-point game this Sunday afternoon. Wow.
Just electrifying. She goes 9 of 9 from the floor and sets a new career high on Sunday.
Efficiency. I was so happy for her. Sitting out 2 seasons is a long time. And as you guys can see, she's getting her rhythm back. She's getting her timing back. She adds a lot of just a different versatility look for us with her size and her physicality. Credit, I think our team got her the ball in good spots, and she went up and did a great job finishing it. So I saw her yesterday in the hallway. She was fired up. We're fired up for her. She's such a helpful part of our team, and the space she stayed in to get herself back after 2 years is incredible. Now we're just going to spend a lot of time working on those free throws.
That's fair. That's fair. But it's such a testament to your point about her as a person. But when you talk about her, the player, a perfect 9 for 9 from the floor, and some of the things she did, it really shows a lot. But you also had talked about finding her the ball. Kennedy Blair so far, this isn't a couple years ago she was injured. Last year she was not injured. But the point being, what you've seen so far from Kennedy, because we don't have a lot of time left, has been really impressive passing the ball with assists already. She went into yesterday averaging 7. She's north of 7 now with 29 on the season. Kennedy's game is really impressive right now.
She makes the game easy for other people. She's easy to play with. I think that's the ultimate compliment you can have, just being easy to play with. And she has a great feel. One of our favorite things about her, it also drives us crazy once in a while, is she's creative and loose and free. And she makes a lot of plays. But man, if I want to play with Kennedy. She's going to find you when you're open. She's more of the stories we need to talk about. A kid who came here as a walk-on, was injured, has earned her way, day in and day out, has gotten herself in a way better shape, and just all the pieces that go into being successful. We've seen that in Kennedy's story. So we're going to hope to push her and see her continue to improve.
Yeah, last year when we had her out here, we said that's one of the best stories you can find around, and it's evolved and blossomed into a whole nother level this year, and it'll be fun to talk with her later on as well. Spartan fans, carry the only colors in your wallet with an MSU FCU Visa credit card featuring the iconic Spartan helmet. Earn cash back on purchase and show your pride with every swipe. Visit msufcu.org today. MSU Federal Credit Union, the official credit union. We're live with the head coach of the Spartans, Robyn Fralick, and today's show is presented by Diversified Insurance Group. You're listening to the Robyn Fralick Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Whoa, boss, how did that happen?
Mind your business.
I mean, how did a forklift make a shish kebab out of our company truck?
I said mind your business, Billy. That's why we have auto owners. We work with an independent agent to customize our policies. So when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered. Because unlike you, minding our business is their business.
Oh, that's simple human sense.
Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
You didn't do this, did you, boss?
Mind your business, Billy.
Hear that roar? That's the sound of Spartan Nation. And Dean Trailways is right there, every mile of the way. As the official ground transportation provider of Michigan State Athletics, we connect Spartans to championships. For every game, every practice, every victory, we deliver it. Elite service that powers the green and white. When you demand championship-level transportation, Dean Trailways is your winning drive. Become part of our team at DeanTrailways.com.
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go!
Run, James!
No, first base!
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
We are back with more Spartan basketball on the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. When you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local teams across the Midwest, from big league stadiums to the neighborhood ball field. Learn more at Meijer.com/community. All right, a couple of notes about the week coming up, and matter of fact, beyond that as well. The Fast Break Club is doing some bus trips this season. The first one comes up December 14th at DePaul. That one only has 6 spots remaining. The trip will include time in downtown Chicago as well and the German Christmas market before the game. That only has 6 spots left. So if you're interested in getting on that bus trip December 14th, find Mark Fleshner. He's got the hand in the air right there. Talk with him. See if you can't get on there. There's also a trip to Purdue. That's an overnight trip. That one only has 3 spots left. So they're filling up fast. And finally, there's the Michigan game. That one has 10 spots left for February 15th. So if you're interested, traveling with the Fast Break Club, again, get with Mark Fleshner and support the Spartans on the road. For the week ahead, it involves a home game against Eastern Illinois and then closing out a 6-game homestand to start against Oakland on Sunday, which, by the way, as we're doing some different promotions, Sunday against Oakland is the Spartans Give Thanks game. Fans are encouraged to bring in donations of dry and canned foods in support of the Greater Lansing Food Bank. With donations, fans will receive complimentary admission. So make sure you take part in that. It's a really neat thing that'll take place on Sunday with Michigan State and Oakland. But let's talk about what's on the floor for these teams, Robyn. You have an Eastern Illinois team that so far is 0 for 3 this season, but they have Marcus McLaughlin, their head coach. He's in year 2 there. He was an interim last year trying to get things started there.
Yeah, and, they gave Purdue a heck of a game at Purdue, and they've got some really good size. They have a starting forward who's big and strong, and then they bring a 6'10" kid off the bench. So some size we haven't seen yet. And then Oakland gave Wisconsin all they could handle at Wisconsin. I think it ended up being a 10-point game. So we know these are teams that have played tough competition, and we've got to get prepared for them.
Oakland, too, also in a little bit of a change with the head coach. Keisha Newell is now the head coach for Oakland. She was at the Division II level, Lewis University before that. And, of course, your path went from D2 up to this stage. So you know a little bit what it's like for her right now trying to get things going there at Oakland.
Yeah, and she was a winner at Lewis. And so far she's done a really good job at Oakland. So it'll be a good week for us to focus on us and be able to focus on two teams where we get to play at the Breslin because we don't have many games in December at home. So would love to see you guys out here this week.
Cherish these final 2 before we get into December and everything that inquires. We'll be talking about some of that. But for Eastern Illinois, too, for fans, one of the players to pay attention to, number 3, Ava Stoller. She scores 17 a game. She shoots 95% from the floor, 63% from 3.
Yep.
That's got to be the headliner on the scouting report.
Yeah, she had 25 at Purdue. So she's a aggressive guard who finds her way to score to the rim from 3. So we're gonna have to do a good job on her.
Real quick, we do love the Breslin Center, but we are going to the Bahamas for Thanksgiving. And there, you're going to have a couple of games. You start with Temple.
Yep.
Temple's 3-1 this season, and then depending on the result, you play either Western Carolina or Clemson.
Yep.
And that'll be a real interesting test for your ball squad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, real athletic, getting a chance to watch Temple a little bit, very athletic. They beat Penn State and Rutgers in scrimmages in the preseason. So they'll be a tough test. And if we're able to get past them, I think Clemson would, or Western Carolina, but probably would be Clemson. And they're predicted to be an NCAA tournament team. So we'll enjoy the sun, but not too much.
That's right. That's right. It certainly will be something to look forward to for all the fans here. We're here live from One North Kitchen and Bar, East Lansing, for all the Spartan Coaches radio shows. One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. We'll be back with more from Coach Fralick, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. You're on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Women's basketball.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
This is Labatt, brewed for the fans who can't stop shouting "shoot it," and the driveway heroes who still call raindrops on every brick. Make fun of a ref through the TV like he can hear you, then miss 3 straight free throws on your buddy's hoop. Argue every foul, celebrate every layup, and somehow think you're running the offense from Section 312. But that's the beauty of it. Basketball isn't just about the court, it's the noise, the passion, and the Labatt you're holding while you live it. Labatt, we're brewed for the roast. Enjoy responsibly. Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York.
Thanks for joining us and the Spartan fans here at 1 North for the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. Farm Bureau Insurance invites you inside the green for an exclusive dinner with basketball coach Tom Izzo. For details and to register, visit InsideTheGreenSweeps.com. Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of Michigan State Athletics. And speaking of the man, Tom Izzo, he and the men's team have a pretty big game tonight in the Champions Classic out there in New York City.
Big game tonight, and I'm getting text message updates right now. My husband and kids are actually at Central Park this afternoon, and they're going to to the game tonight. So they're very excited about that, and I know we'll be excited to tune in too. Absolutely.
There's so much exciting happening with Michigan State basketball, men's and women's. And, of course, you have a hockey team that's #1 in the country right now.
Good things happening in Spartan country.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Clap it up.
And we got a volleyball team that's got a chance to be in the NCAA tournament too. So a lot of good things happening in athletics.
And they can use your support. Go ahead and cheer them on down this stretch for that volleyball season. Real quick, I do want to make a note and a mention here for our listeners. If you tune in during the games, I get a lot of questions of which radio station are we on for each night. Starting December 1st, we will be on WVFN 7:30 a.m. for the rest of the season. So we will be on 7:30 a.m. the rest of the way, and the coaches' shows will be on that station as well. So that helps make it maybe a little bit simpler for everybody out there. But wanted to let you know that. Also on WVFN this Thursday night when Michigan State hosts Eastern Illinois, that will be on WVFN coming up here this Thursday. That's a 6:15 airtime. We'll be tipping it off at 6:30. And the next Robyn Fralick Show will be in 2 weeks. We don't have next week. We're getting ready for that Bahamas trip. Not to rub it in anybody's, don't throw anything. But we'll have it in 2 weeks right back here on December 2nd. But certainly a lot to look forward to there. But as you mentioned, Michigan State, Eastern Illinois, Eastern Illinois comes in with its own set of challenges. What's the biggest thing you want to see from your Spartans team ahead of this one?
Rebounding.
And that was the biggest thing you said you wanted to see against Youngstown State.
Yep.
And it felt like you got that.
We did, and we took a step back in our last game. So rebounding, and excited to see you guys at the Breslin. We get 2 more home games, and I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving as well.
Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. And a big thank you as well to Chris Ordaway, our audio engineer. Our big thanks to Matt Contreras Valenzuela in the Skyview Studios producing. Emma McEwen on the video stream. Huge hat tip. Big thank you to Jalyn Brown. Big thank you to the 1 North staff. Big thank you as well to all the fans, whether you're listening or here in person. For head coach Robyn Fralick, I'm Dalton Shetler. So long, and go green.
You've been listening to the Robyn Fralick Show on the Spartan Media Network from Playfly Sports. The Robyn Fralick Show has been presented by Diversified Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency for home, auto, and life. The Robyn Fralick Show was also brought to you by 1 North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Meyer, supporting hundreds of sports teams across the Midwest. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics.